waiting for the bird noises to come out.
They're coming in through the back door!
Oh my god. Welcome everyone to the Full Mount Podcast. I'm Chris Branch. This is Nick Kuro.
Hello.
What's up, sweetheart?
How you doing, man?
You know, fucking chilling.
Living life.
Fight Island, man.
Dude, just really quick, I thought it was a tad underwhelming.
Yeah, I mean, first off, I thought they were going to fight on the beach. They didn't. They fought in the parking lot of Yas Marina Circuit. That's exactly where it was.
Exactly. I know. It was a little overhyped by Dana White, but...
Yeah. So, I guess let's dive right into this. How about Davey Grant starting the whole goddamn prelim off with the dirtiest knockout I've ever seen?
Dude, how about with a broken jaw?
Yeah, broke his jaw, but still, like nuked the dude.
Oh my god. Dude, that's called resilience right there.
I mean, I believe that was Martin Day's first fight in, 2 years.
Martin Day's a good fighter.
He's a great fighter.
Yeah, so, I mean, good win by Davey Grant.
Grant. There's not a ton to talk about in the prelims, except for... Maquan Amirkhani. When he choked out Danny Henry with an anaconda choke.
Yes. Yeah. That's right.
And how about Yuri Prochka knocking out Volkan Ozdemir?
Dude, it was UFC debut.
Yes. Welcome to the big, son. You just put one of the best to do it to sleep.
He was really cocky, too, going in there. You could tell he was confident. And you know what? That guy's got a good record. First UFC fight. I could see him being a contender one day.
Oh, yeah. Light heavyweight division is a great division right now.
I know. That guy's got heavy hands, so we'll see what happens with him. I mean, that was a great win. So.
By the way, I apologize for the echo. We're still working through audio issues. At least I don't sound like I'm in a tin can today. So we're getting there. Progress.
Yeah, you're so clear on my end.
It's good because normally you'd just be like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, usually you're like screaming in my ear, but it's all right. Yeah, no, that's fixed.
Well,
but
you know who I do feel bad for?
Paige Van Zandt. Yeah. I feel so bad for her. What a horrible way to leave the UFC.
Yeah. She was submitted with an armbar by Amanda Hebos, who is impressive in her own right. But obviously injuries have plagued Paige Van Zandt for a while. So,
I mean, Van Zandt was a huge underdog. I think like plus 900.
Yeah, it was interesting.
I thought she actually was going to win. In the previous video, I predicted her winning. That was clearly not the case. She got dominated. Rebus looked great. I mean, but I hope she does well in her next fighting promotion, which I'm assuming will be Bellator, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think that's where she's gonna head.
Yeah, and I wish her luck there because UFC just horrible way to get out. But hopefully she starts great in Bellator.
You know who didn't have a horrible night? It was Thug Rose Namajunas.
That was that was one of the best fights of the night.
Sure. I think that was fight of the night.
The rematch with Andrade.
Yeah. Both fighters look great.
Yeah. No, Rose looked tough in there. You know, she was eating some jabs, but she was fine. But so did Andrade. She ate some jabs. Those girls fought to the end, man. They
Yeah.
Well, Rose, do you think Rose deserves a title shot now? Or?
I think Rose is on her way to getting a title shot. I
think so too.
I think because of how close the Zhang Weili fight was with Joanna, they should have a rematch.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't for that, I think Rose could face Weili.
I think so. I just don't know if she could beat Weili because Weili's a beast.
Oh my god, Weili is a beast.
Weili's awesome, but I think Rose deserves that shot maybe after Joanna.
I think
But-
you give Joanna one fight.
The on-1, yep.
Give her the one fight because there's people could say that she won that fight against Wei Li, but give her a rematch, and then if she loses, I think Rose should be next.
Agreed. Or even if she wins, I think Rose deserves it.
It's funny because I was watching the Joe Rogan Fight Companion
Yep.
during it, and it's Tony Hinchcliffe, who's one of Rogan's friends. He's a comedian, and he's a big MMA fan. He goes, it's amazing to watch Rose Namajunas fight. Because she's such a beautiful girl, but then you realize, oh my God, she's a killer.
Yeah. Rose doesn't look like aggressive. She doesn't look like she could kill you, but she really could.
She's a very beautiful girl, but you watch her fight, it's like, oh yeah, she's got all that natural beauty, but she's got a hell of a left and right hand.
Yeah, until she punches you in the face.
Yeah, then
not
it's
so
like,
pretty
oh
then.
God.
Yeah. No, but Rose looked good. So did Andrade, though. That was a great fight.
Yeah.
It was, honestly, the whole main card was pretty good, except for the Van Zandt fight.
That was actually the $50,000 bonus fight of the night right there.
Was it really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, from a fan standpoint, I thought the whole card was pretty good.
Yeah.
The prelims were okay. I mean, they weren't, there was, Davey Grant and, fights like that.
Most of the fights on this card went to decision.
That's right. Most of them did. That's why that had a lot to do with it being such a long night.
Yeah. It got over at 2 in the morning.
Yeah,
2:30
I was.
2:30 in the morning.
I almost gave up, but I didn't for the sake of this podcast.
You know what fight didn't go all the way? Was the bantamweight championship fight between Petr Yan and Jose Aldo. I always screw up Jan's first name.
Hey, I always used to call him Peter, but it's not it. It's Piotr. Piotr.
So I just want to take the initiative to first off say how good Jose Aldo looked at 135.
Yeah,
And
dude.
The fact that he was kicking again makes him
Clearly
dangerous
helped.
for everybody.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Jose Aldo impressed me. I thought he was going to get killed because he's on a slump, and Piotr Jan has been hot.
Well, he was winning the first couple rounds.
I thought he won the second round.
Right.
The third round was close.
Yeah.
I thought he definitely lost the fourth. And then, of course, he got finished in the fifth.
Yeah, he got
by
finished
TKO.
early in the
By the
fifth.
way, late stoppage.
Very late stoppage.
Oh my God! I mean, how much more did Jan need to do?
Yeah, it's like you're trying to save the fighters from taking unnecessary damage, and I feel like that fight could have been stopped easily 45 seconds before it did.
Yeah. And you know what? I'll give Jose Aldo this. He landed a lot of shots.
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh my God! Shots to the body, leg kicks, body kicks.
Those
jabs.
body shots were vicious.
Dude, those body shots. Oh my God, dude.
Vicious.
I mean, geez. I mean, Jose Aldo still got it.
Yeah.
Do you think it warrants a rematch? I don't, personally.
I don't, but I would like to see Aldo fight at 135 again.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Like, I don't think he's done.
No, maybe against Marias or...
Yeah.
Maybe a higher ranked bantamweight, not the champion, of course, which is Jan now, but a higher ranked bantamweight for sure.
Oh yeah.
And you know what? Jan deserved that title. I'll give him that.
Jan earned it. He earned it.
He earned it.
Well.
He worked hard. He beat Uriah Faber, who's a legend.
Yes.
I mean, he is a great fighter.
Also,
he
fun
looked
fact.
good.
He's now officially only the second Russian ever to hold a UFC belt.
Behind Habib.
Yep, that's it. There's only been 2.
I didn't know that, to be honest with you.
Isn't that crazy?
To hold a UFC belt?
Yeah.
Wow. I had no idea. I learned something today. When my parents asked me if I learned anything today, that's what I was telling them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You definitely learned that. Also, kangaroos can't hop backwards.
Is that for real?
Yeah. That's,
Did not know
that's
that.
100. Yeah, so now you learned 2 things.
Yeah, I had no idea.
So I guess let's get to the elephant in the room, the co-main event.
Yeah.
Alexander Volkanovski defeated Max Holloway by split decision. I know you have some thoughts on this.
Yeah, really quickly, I'd like to share. I thought Max Holloway won the fight against Volkanovski, and I think both fighters look great, but I gave round 1, 2, and 3 to Max. And honestly, I might have even given 4 to Max, but I'm being, fair here. So I gave round 4 to Volk and 5, of course, to Volk because he for sure won that round.
Yep.
But I thought Max won the fight. Volk didn't go away, though. When he got dropped twice.
He did.
Remember, he got dropped twice with a head kick and then an uppercut. So, I mean, he didn't shy away after that. He was still saying, bring it, bring it. He was, level-headed still, and he didn't quit. So I thought that's why it was probably very close for the judges.
Yeah.
And they gave it to him ultimately. But I thought Max Holloway won the fight. I'm certain he won that fight.
Yeah.
Like, if I was a judge, I would have given that to him.
You were pretty heated Saturday.
I was in the heat of the moment. Like, now that I look back on it, I'm just like, it was a pretty good fight. It was a close fight.
It was a great fight.
I guess I understand how they could maybe give it to Volk, but ultimately I thought Max won it, and Dana White is pissed about it, apparently, is what I'm reading. He's ripping the judges for that fight.
Here's my thing, right? I'm not, I don't think it's egregious that they gave the fight to Volk. I was fine either way, and I had mentioned that to you. Like, I like both fighters. I was okay with whoever won. I don't think that round 3 was a guarantee Max win. I think that was the close, the closest round out of all of them.
Yeah.
Because
I agree.
Max and Volk. Max won the first 2, guaranteed. Alex, I think, won the 4th and 5th, and then
round 3 was a toss-up.
Round 3 was a toss-up. But like I had mentioned to you, I think the main factor was the fact that Alex had 3 takedowns.
He did have 3 takedowns.
And
he did.
that's huge in a stand-up fight. I mean, granted, Max got up quick, but still.
No, takedowns are takedowns. So I mean,
like Bisping said, the judges don't have access to live in-fight stats. Like where the commentary, they have all that in front of them. The judges don't have that.
Yeah.
So therefore, I mean, Dana can criticize them, absolutely, but if you want to make a fight, to get the outcome correct, provide the judges with what they need.
Agreed.
Because you can get better outcomes. I mean, again, I don't think this is completely outrageous. Everybody's all pissed off. It's like, go look back, and I don't think it's that big of a deal.
So what this fight really reminded me of really quickly was the John Jones-Dominic Reyes fight, because I thought Dominic Reyes won the first 3 rounds.
Yep.
And then Jones took over and did very well in 4 and 5. And then they gave the decision to Jones. So I hope this isn't a trend that's going on, because I think the judges need to look, more carefully at these fights, because Reyes won that fight, and you agreed with me.
Yeah.
I thought Reyes beat John Jones.
Well, I've seen 2 other people beat John Jones, and they,
yes. Wait, Gustafsson and who?
Thiago Santos.
Yes. Okay. So, I mean, but I don't know. I mean, I'm just happy it was such a good fight. I'm happy it lived up to the hype. It was a good fight. I enjoyed it. I would watch it again. And the majority of MMA fans disagree that Volk shouldn't have won. They agree that Volk shouldn't have won.
Yeah, but I mean, as far to say this is the biggest robbery of all time, no. Because if anyone watched George St. Pierre versus Johnny Hendricks, that's the biggest robbery of all time.
That one still bothers me. So
I watched that live too.
Ali Abdelaziz, I don't know if he's Max's manager. I mean, he's Habib's and Usman's and Gaethje's, but he's one of the managers in the UFC. He said that was the biggest robbery of all time in his eyes, but I so disagree. That's not even close to the biggest robbery. I've seen worse robberies than that.
I've seen way worse.
But yeah.
Yeah,
those are my thoughts on that
yeah.
fight, and but I'm just glad it was a great fight still.
Shout out to Volkanovski and Holloway, both studs, and
Congratulations to Alexander Volkanovski.
Oh,
He's
absolutely.
a hell of a champ for sure, and congratulations, I forgot, to Piotr Jan, who is a hell of a champ too. You know, those guys are dominant. I can't wait to see them in the future.
You know what's funny is that's the most talked about fight, and that wasn't even the main event. Do you know why the main event wasn't talked about much?
Because Usman dominated.
Beat
Because it wasn't close.
that ass for 5 rounds.
You know what? The first round, I saw Masvidal's game plan.
Jorge hit him with a couple shots, man.
Jorge was going for the first round KO.
Yeah.
He was going for the first round KO, and he didn't get it, and he got a little gas from it, and then Usman picked up on that, clinched him, foot stomps, leg kicks, body shots, shoulder strikes.
Yeah, he was doing everything he needed to do.
Dude, he landed every type of shot you could land in the UFC in fighting.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Usman is one of my favorite fighters for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
That man is so entertaining, in my opinion. People think it was boring. They think his style is boring.
Fight.
What was boring about it? He stayed active. It's not like he just held him against the fence.
It's because people want to see blood and violence, and that's not how he fights all the time.
He cut Masvidal twice.
Yeah.
So on a little one on the eye, and then a nice little gash on the forehead. So
I really quickly want to shout out my buddy Declan York. I know you're watching. How about Masvidal, huh? You had him in 4.
he had Masvidal in 4.
He had Masvidal in 4. I was like, you are out of your mind.
Oh my God.
So there's your shout out, sweetheart.
That's okay.
All right,
Let's just pretend you didn't hear that.
Overall, thoughts on the card. I found it funny that to start the pay-per-view, they had audio issues.
I thought that was hilarious.
Oh, I was cracking up. We saw a lot of illegal strikes, mostly groin strikes.
Yeah. Oh my God. I was getting to the point where I was getting so pissed off. I was like, what are you guys doing? You know, fight clean. If it's an accident, avoid the accident,
Well, and I mean, that was the biggest thing between Santos and Bogatov. Bogatov not only hit him with 3 illegal groin strikes, but a very, very, very illegal knee to a grounded opponent. Right to the face. And you and I both agreed he should have been DQ'd right then. I don't know what Goddard was doing. I mean, taking 2 points, all right, but no, he should have been DQ'd. Gone.
Oh my God, that was horrible, dude. What was he thinking?
I don't know, but it made
was it meant to be? Do you personally believe it was meant to be dirty, or do you think he just wasn't thinking and it just happened?
I don't know. I don't know if he was thinking, but I just know that stuff can't happen.
Oh, it doesn't matter what he was thinking, what his intent was. It just can't happen. That's too dangerous. I know in one championship it's okay.
Yeah, which is weird. You can throw knees and kicks to a grounded opponent. Not kicks. It's not like Pride where you can't soccer kick someone in the face.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying. So,
yeah.
I mean, I there's not really much to talk about there. We both agree that it was horrible. It was dirty.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't happen again. If it happens again, dude, he should have been DQ'd. You're right. We agree on that. He should have been disqualified. And hopefully Goddard gets that right next time.
Yeah. Performance of the night bonuses went to Yuri Prochazka and Davey Grant.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I can't argue that.
Yeah. So, talking about the Fight Companion, which if you guys have never watched, I don't do it all the time, but Rogan's Fight Companions are pretty good. And he got talking about fighters that could make a move from MMA or boxing to MMA. And you and I have talked about this. And a fighter that I didn't know, or not didn't know, but I didn't think about was Terrence Crawford.
Oh yeah.
So apparently he wrestles.
Make the transition, man.
That's what Rogan had said. He goes, honestly, he's the one guy right now that could make it happen.
Oh, absolutely.
So, I mean, I'd pay to see it.
Oh, me too. You know what? I like talking about boxers converting to MMA because there are a few that I think could. So, I think Anthony Joshua could.
Yeah.
I think he could easily learn to wrestle. I think.
Yep.
I think he's got the body type. He could do it. He's strong as hell.
I could see Wilder doing it too.
That's my guy. That's who I want to see do it.
Just
I wanna
teach him
see
how to
Wilder
throw a
do it.
leg kick.
Throw a leg kick and take down defense.
Just learn how to stop a takedown. Maybe teach him a little bit of wrestling.
So Tyson Fury wants to go to MMA. I heard.
Tyson Fury's body type doesn't work.
He weighs like 273.
Although, here's my thing with Deontay Wilder, is have you seen him knock people out with boxing gloves?
Yeah.
Imagine him with 4-ounce MMA gloves. He's sending people to the moon.
Deontay Wilder scares me.
He is
literally
terrifying.
I think Tyson Fury is the better boxer,
Yeah.
but the better knockout artist is clearly Deontay Wilder.
Wilder versus Ngannou. Dana, make it happen.
I would love to
In
see
a cage. Let's
Wouldn't
go.
that be great? Wouldn't that be great?
That would be amazing. The two terrifying humans.
Yeah. No, but again, I would love to see Terrence Crawford come to MMA.
That'd be fun.
And yeah, that's just my take on it.
Really quick, just want to touch on the incident with Mike Perry. If for those that aren't aware, he was arrested for apparently punching an older man in a bar in Texas and
Knocked him out.
screaming racial profanity. I'm not surprised at all. If anyone, I could have predicted that Mike Perry was going to be the guy to do it.
Yep.
And people are upset that he's not getting fired. But let me remind you that John Jones, while high on cocaine, ran over a pregnant lady and drove away. And he's
Oh my God.
he's the light heavyweight champion.
Oh my God, can I just tell you something really quick? My friend Will, who is one of my UFC buddies. Oh my God. So John Jones was like posting something, and then he was talking about like his past with running over the pregnant woman, and then my buddy Will comments, "Pregnant lives matter." And then John Jones liked the comment and then blocked him.
That's amazing.
Unbelievable, right?
But
John Jones blocked my friend Will.
I love that people are so angry with Dana White. I was like, really? You're shocked with Jones getting a shot with what Conor did and he's still fighting. Let me remind people that Paul Semtex Daly was banned from the UFC for life.
That's right.
For throwing a punch and missing at the end of a fight. And Matt Riddle was banned for life from the UFC because he failed a drug test because of weed.
Yeah.
So
And,
Dana has favorites.
So, he of course he does.
So I'm not shocked.
Conor, I know everyone's comparing this Mike Perry and Conor punching an elderly person because Conor did do that in a bar. But you know what?
Conor did that in Ireland, though. That's kind of a thing that happens.
Yeah, yeah. But can we also admire this difference? A raging left hook that knocks somebody out is different from a right jab from a southpaw.
Yep.
Okay. Can we agree? Like one was way more violent than the other.
Yeah.
Mike Perry's was. So I hate when people make that comparison. And Mike Perry, in my opinion, should be banned for life. From the UFC. I think another fighting
I think he should be
promotion-
fired. Just
for
straight up
sure.
fired.
But Dana hasn't fired him.
No, Dana
So that's what pisses me off. That I agree that Dana White pisses me off at that because that shows he does have favorites.
Yeah.
People have done way less and have gotten kicked out of the UFC. So if I were Dana White, I would fire Mike Perry because he's not like a number one contender or anything. He's a good fighter, but he's not like, a top ranked guy. I would fire him. And then honestly, I would hope for the best and hope another fighting promotion would give him a chance.
Yeah.
But he's just done in my promotion. That's just my view on it. That's my take on it. I don't know about you. You can go ahead and share yours.
No, same. I mean, I'm not surprised. Not surprised.
I'm not either.
But we're going to see where that goes. Do you know what's nice, though? We finally have Bellator news. And this is big. MMA Fighting reported that Bellator MMA is expected to partner with Showtime Boxing in a return to
Showtime.
Mohegan Sun Arena July 24th. Nothing has been announced yet. Nothing's been confirmed, but it is expected, and I believe the fight, the main event, is Patricio Pitbull versus Pedro Carvalho. Carvalho. There you go.
That's great. So can we agree that Showtime Boxing has their favorites too?
Yeah, it's boxing. Boxing
Floyd
has their
Mayweather?
favorites in general.
Don't forget when Steven Espinoza turned off McGregor's mic at a press conference.
Yeah, that's a whole other topic for another day.
Yeah, I know. I was just talking about Showtime Boxing, but that's awesome, dude. That's exciting.
I mean, they've been quiet.
That's a rumor you
so-
said, right?
Yeah, it's expected. Obviously, coming from MMAfighting.com, they're a reputable source. But yeah, it's rumored. Nothing's confirmed. But let's hope. You know.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Hopefully that goes.
Also, being targeted for UFC 253 would be Mackenzie Dern versus Randa Marcos.
On the main card or prelims?
I would assume main card.
Okay, good. That is a main card worthy fight.
Yeah.
So UFC 253 will be headlining Habib versus Gaethje. That's correct, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that will be September 19th. If they added that fight to the card, that'd be great.
That'd be a great fight.
Not complaining about that.
As my computer decides it doesn't want to work right now. My mouse is not working. I know that during UFC 251 media scrum, Jose Aldo mentioned that he thinks now is a terrible time to start a fighters union, which is something that was a question that came up, and it makes sense. I believe. Well, he said, I think it's a horrible time to do that. We see so many companies go bankrupt, people losing their long-time jobs, and here's the UFC trying to make us work. Look at all the money look at all the money they're spending. Look at everything they're doing to get back. He brings up a good point. I've been talking about a fighters union for a while because I think that fighters don't get paid what they should. But yeah, Aldo, I agree. This is a bad time to do it. With the current state of the world and the UFC.
Oh, it's a horrible time.
Yeah, it's not a great time.
I agree. Maybe if you want to form one, do it in a year.
Yeah.
But not right now.
No.
Not right now during the pandemic and
everything is
everybody's scared and
it's just not a good time.
Not a good time at all. So I agree with Jose Aldo.
Here's a fun little topic. So it was reported by ESPN, and especially right now Eurosport.com. Australian soccer player and Adelaide United goalkeeper Isaac Richards he's leaving his team to pursue an MMA career.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know if he has any skills?
So I know he is a martial arts practitioner. However, there is no information. I looked for it pretty deeply. There's no information on his martial arts background.
Okay.
So I mean, according to everyone that knows him, all his teammates and stuff, they say mixed martial arts is a big passion of his. And he does martial arts himself, so I don't know, but that's exciting. I'd love to follow this journey and see where it takes him.
Yeah, it's interesting. I find it interesting. So I hope he succeeds in whatever he plans on doing.
Oh,
so.
Absolutely. Uriah Hall. He hasn't really been talked about in a little bit, but he was doing an interview, and they asked him about Yoel Romero.
Yeah.
And he pretty much said, I wanted him for a long time. And actually, here's his quote to MMA Junkie. I've wanted Yoel for so long. Yoel's one of the best. He's an elite. This is the baddest, toughest, and now I'm realizing is the best sport in the world. And why would I not want to test myself against the best? If I'm going to be in the best sport in the world, why wouldn't I want to go up against the best? Basically goes on to say how he wouldn't be afraid to fight Yoel and how he really wants to make a run at the belt at 185.
Okay. I got something to say about this. Best sport in the world. I mean, that's opinion. I have nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it's a very subjective thing, but you know.
Against the best fighter? Is that what he just said? Go up against the best middleweight?
He's one of the best.
Okay, I thought you said he is the best in the world. I was like, okay, that is quite a stretch.
He's one of the best. He's an elite.
Yeah, he's one of the best at
185.
Make a run at the 185 title? Okay, Uriah Hall does not stand a chance against Izzy Adesanya.
No, but it's not out of the realm of possibility to say he couldn't make a run at the title. He's a great fighter.
Oh, for sure.
Uriah Hall is a very, very good fighter.
All right, but you'd put your money on Adesanya, right?
Well, we have to first off see if he beats Paulo Costa.
Which he's going to do.
I mean, he has a very great... I can't take anything away from Paulo Costa.
I'm not taking anything away from Paulo Costa. I'm just saying that he's not better than... Look, Paulo Costa and Izzy's in the works for being booked for 254, I think.
I believe it's already confirmed.
For 254?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, if Paulo Costa somehow won that fight, which I highly doubt it, then I think Uriah Hall has a better shot there. I just think Adesanya is a top 5 fighter in the world right now.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's the champion for a reason.
Yeah. And I just don't see anybody really touching that dude. He's like this close to cleaning out that whole division.
Yeah.
If he beats Paulo Costa comfortably, then it's his for a while.
Yeah. But personally, I'm not going to rule out Uriah Hall having a chance to make a nice run.
Okay, yeah.
Let's see. Oh, you know who's being talked about? Mr. Sugar Sean O'Malley.
Yeah, Cejudo calling him overrated.
Cejudo called him overrated, and he brought up some good points. I couldn't find the article again, but he talks about how he pretty much hasn't fought anyone. Any big-name fighters, which, I mean, he just knocked out Eddie Wineland.
Yeah, that's not a no-name. What are you doing, Cejudo?
But you can't say that he's overrated because he's only had 3 fights in the UFC.
And from his 3 fights, I'm pretty sold on him.
Yeah.
Sean O'Malley's a beast. I don't really have much to say on that. I mean, that's his opinion, Cejudo. I just don't like how Cejudo's being so vocal about issues in the UFC. Like, you're not in it anymore. Enjoy retirement, honestly. Like, I don't want to hear your views on anything unless you become an analyst or something.
Yeah.
But he's not.
No.
So, go be cringy in retirement, okay? Stop being cringy in the UFC.
Yeah, for real. It's funny, though, because Sean O'Malley is making a quick turnaround, and he's going to fight at UFC 252, confirmed against Marlon Vera.
That's not a no-name.
Yeah, exactly.
So, be quiet, Cejudo. I think Cejudo's a great fighter. I've never been a fan of him.
Yeah.
Because he makes me cringe too much, but...
That's kind of his thing, though.
I know, but I hate it. I don't care if it's his thing, I hate it. So, Cejudo, shut your damn mouth unless you're going to come back and fight or be an analyst. And O'Malley, I'm going to keep rooting for you because I really like watching you fight. You're a great fighter, and I'm rooting for him at 252.
Talk about him a good amount, too.
Yeah.
Man. Speaking of Cejudo, okay, he was called out by up-and-coming star boxer Ryan Garcia.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the only fight that makes sense.
Garcia would kill him, I think, in a boxing match.
Yeah.
In an MMA fight, of course, Garcia would get killed, but this is like a Conor-Floyd thing. MMA, Conor would win. Boxing, Floyd would win. Boxing, Ryan would win. MMA, Henry would win. So, have you seen how fast Ryan Garcia is?
Yeah, he hits hard, and he's fast.
He hits hard, and he has lightning speed. So, Cejudo's just going to get picked apart in that. It would get pay-per-view buys, but...
Yeah, this is another classic example of boxing and MMA crossing. It's like, I don't really want to see it.
I don't want to see it.
No, I really don't. I've kind of enough of it.
Yeah, I'm over it.
TMZ out here making some big moves with like MMA news, because usually they don't have anything big. Two-time champion, or two-time season champion in PFL, Lance Palmer, on social media the other day, calls out PFL and says either book me a fight or release me. Now, here's my thing. What do you expect to get from a company that has already announced that they are not having a season this year?
I didn't hear that last part. What'd you say?
So my whole thing is, what are you expecting from a company that is not having any fights this year? You're like,
I don't expect much.
yeah, it was like, like, give me a fight. Wait, they're not putting fights on.
Yeah. I mean,
And he's talking about how with the pandemic, that's no longer an excuse. He goes, there are ways to get around it. A lot of other companies are putting fights on and keeping people safe. And he's all upset because he hasn't fought since last year. And it's like, what do you want? You know, from a MMA promotion that literally has a season, and they're not having their season this year. You want them just to be like, oh, you know what? Here, we're just going to give you fights. They're not putting on events.
I agree with you 100%.
I think that's ignorant, and I think Lance Palmer needs to chill.
No, I agree with you. Sorry, I'm a little distracted because I just got my braces tightened today.
That's all good.
And they hurt so bad, and I'm just trying to focus. But, no, yeah, I agree with you. So, I mean, you can't really expect much from a promotion that's not active.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
Well, we have an interesting fight timing because it's a midweek fight.
Dude, I love it.
Wednesday night fight.
I'm in. Dude, I'm so happy. Too bad you're going to miss it, right?
No, so I'm actually not working Wednesday, so I can watch the fight.
Boom. Thought you were going to work. That's great.
It turns out, because I just went back to work, actually the next couple fights are on Sundays.
Yes.
So I can actually watch those.
So, just to clarify this event, this isn't a huge event. It's just a fight night. And, but...
The main event's still solid.
Oh, for sure. For sure. But, I mean, like, you got a lot of promising fighters in this fight night. You know, you got up-and-comers. And, it's just nice. It's just a chill night because you get to watch fighting.
Yes.
And it's not like a pay-per-view, huge, stressful fight.
Yeah.
So just sit back, relax, and enjoy the fights on Wednesday night, everybody. I know there's not a lot of sports on right now. So, oh, that's the other thing. You know what? Throughout this whole podcast, I think maybe in episode 1 I did. I never even really thanked Dana White for this because he is the only fighting promotion that's active currently. And
until the end of July when one championship comes back.
Yeah, that's right.
Rumored Bellator, so
it's gonna be hard for one championship to come back, but
I don't think they're gonna have a problem.
No?
No.
Well, I hope not. I mean, you know, Tim Elliott is on this card. How many times do I have to see Tim Elliott?
I love that guy.
Mm.
He's a beast.
16, 11, and 1. I mean, that guy likes to fight.
Yeah, he loves to fight, man. I'll tell you. But do a quick rundown of the card. Abdul Razak Al Hassan. There we go. I'm sorry if I'm butchering names, guys.
Oh, I'm horrible with it too.
Versus, I want to say Mounir Laziz, something like that. I'm sorry again. I'm butchering names. That's a welterweight fight. I know Al Hassan. I have seen him fight. He's really good. Molly McCann versus Talia Santos. Jimmy Rivera making his return.
Versus Cody Stammen.
Yes, that's going to
be
a
good fight. Very excited.
Tim Elliott, as we mentioned, the co-main event versus Ryan Benoit. And the main event, Calvin Kattar versus Dan EJ.
Calvin Kattar's coming off that UFC 249 victory over Jeremy Stevens with that massive elbow to the lip. He knocked him out with an incredibly powerful elbow. And he looks great. Promising fighter. And I can't wait for that main event.
EJ should be coming off of a win, too.
I think so.
EJ is coming off several wins.
Yeah, he's on fire.
He's got a 5-fight win streak.
There you go.
Beating Jordan Griffin, Danny Henry, Kevin Aguilar, Mirsad Bektik. He just beat Edson Barbosa. Like, this is a really good fight. I think I'm gonna go EJ.
Me too.
EJ is a hotter fighter right now. I mean, they're both great fighters. Don't get me wrong. Calvin Kattar is the real deal as well. But EJ is on a hot streak right now. 5 straight wins against solid opponents. I'm gonna be looking for him to take the dub.
I got EJ over Kattar too. Just because I think he actually is a better fighter. You know, he's hotter right now. I think he's probably a little quicker. And I can't wait for this main event. So it's free. Fun, yeah. It's on ESPN. It's at the Flash Forum. And everybody at home enjoy that fight.
Absolutely. I'm a little pissed off that they're not fighting on the beach.
I know, right?
Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, we built that whole thing for one event.
It's called Fight Island.
Yeah, it's called Fight Island. You fight on it. Yeah. You know?
It's not building in the middle of an island.
It's not one event island.
Yes.
Okay?
Final thoughts, my man. By the way, rocking that Proper 12 t-shirt today.
Oh, you are?
I am.
Nice. Love it. I can't see you. Oh, for the record, guys, I cannot see him. But he can see me.
I can see him. He can't see me.
Yeah. My final thoughts. I'm just going to enjoy myself Wednesday night. Make myself a nice dinner. Sit back with a non-alcoholic beverage. And enjoy stressless fights.
It sucks being underage, doesn't it?
Yeah. We had this talk.
Couple more years.
We had the screaming match last night in CVS about it. So
it wasn't really a screaming match. It was one
That guy was screaming.
Yeah, there was one guy yelling. It was pretty great.
We were just kind of taken back by him. But no, anyway, back on topic. No, final thoughts. Yeah, I can't wait for Wednesday night. UFC 252 is what I'm very excited for. My boy Stipe Miocic, one of my favorite fighters of all time, against my least favorite fighter of all time, Daniel Cormier. I'm so excited for that event. August 15th, correct?
I believe so.
Okay, August 15th. Very excited. I saw they released the main card last Saturday for the 251 fight, and it was pretty loaded. Not loaded, but it was solid. And UFC 4 coming out August 14th. Get it. Jorge Masvidal and Israel Adesanya on the cover, and I know I will be getting it.
Yeah.
Your final thoughts.
And if you pre-order it, you get Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury.
That's so cool.
I was like, that's awesome.
I saw gameplay of it. It looks so different. By the way. You should check it out.
They have a whole different game mode, which is so cool.
I know. Dude, the graphics are weird. I don't know. I'm going to get it because, I love fighting, but yeah, that's my final thoughts right there.
I'm excited for the next couple events of Fight Island. Obviously, they're super early in the morning for those guys, but for us, it's perfect timing. So, we'll be bringing that. Socials.
And Kakuro on Twitter. Nick C273 on Snapchat and Nick Kakuro on Instagram. DM me, Snapchat me, send me a message on Twitter if you have any questions about the podcast or fighting or really anything.
Or hell, throw them in the comments, guys. Like, we'd love to hear from you.
Comment section.
Your socials will be in the description. My socials will be in the descriptions as always. And I guess we'll see you guys next week. Till then, fight on.
Till then.
If it'll let me fucking stop the recording. My mouse isn't even working, dude.
You just go, if it'll let me fucking stop the recording.
Come on.
Are we still recording?
Yeah, it's still recording.
Gotta cut all this.
I'm probably gonna keep part of it.
Just because.
Just because, yeah. Come on, you fuck.
Did you get the